What's up, YouTube universe? Hope everybody doing well out there today. Today's video, I'm going to show you a few finds that I'm getting ready to list that came from auction lot, garage sale, and I think maybe one thing came from a flea market. I'll have to remember if that's in this batch or not. But just kind of variety. I'm not going to. Today's video is not going to have the the trip in it. Sorry, I don't have that trip filmed, but I will show you what I found and what I plan to get from it. Also, I'm going to show you here in a little bit, which you've probably seen in the thumbnail, about another item that I'm going to try to resell, and not resell as a whole, but kind of piece it out and kind of show you a little video here. That too in a second after I get through with the showing you the finds. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys all for watching here recently, and please subscribe and like the video, and let's get to the finds. Okay, the first item today, I'm actually going to revisit an item from the last video, just because it was the green jacket, if you guys remember, that I talked about in the last video. And I saw that one listing for the closest one I could find. It was like 106, and it looks like the same jacket to me. And the picture did have the pants with it, but it just stated the jacket for sale. So I'm not sure if they just had the pants laying there. But he did have like the little description, a story about it belonging to a NFL player. Didn't name which one, so I'm not sure if that affected his the price that he was asking or not. But I'll show you the jacket. I went ahead and washed all that stuff and getting that stuff ready to list. So that's the jacket. It's a 4X. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully it all fits in the frame. But and I have one showing here in this little sold. I found another one because I went looking. I actually tried to research the jacket a little bit more, find out what year it was from, all that kind of stuff. I was unable to do that. I know it's an Adidas Originals Firebird. That I know. I was able to find that out. Some of them that I found were similar, but they had Adidas underneath here. I think the older style like this doesn't have it. The one website I did find it on, it said it was out of stock, but it was from Russia. And as I started looking more into it, that was kind of a theme. The places where I did see it, or somebody had it, it was from overseas, and it was stating that some Olympic teams had worn this jacket or something, even like on a podium or something. I'm not sure which teams or whatever, but that was something they said in there. So this sold comp you see here is another one that I found. I found a few more. Like I said, there were other colorways. So I found some that had, like a blue jacket with some other kind of colorway, or a white jacket or whatever. But the green one, there's not as many. There's just a few. One I showed you last time for 106, and then this one for 78. But all of them, even the other colorways, are they were good prices. Some of them were in the 40s, but a lot of them were 60s, 70s, 80s. And this one here, as you can see, it's a large. I did see a lot of mediums and smalls, mostly smalls. A large, I think I saw one extra large or two extra larges, different colorways. But then the only one close to mine's a 4X. I found a 3X, and it was, I think, I don't remember if I was listed or sold, but it was more than the smaller sizes. So I'm not sure having a 4X if I could get more. I think you can, because they're harder to find. I know that people who wear larger sizes have a harder time finding their size. So being that it's 4X, and I have a sold comp of 72 here, and the other one was like 106, I'm probably gonna go like 99.99 or something like that, and just start there. But that's the jacket. I just washed it and folded it. I'm not gonna fold it all out. You guys, you can see it's just it has zippers on the front. If you can see one on this side here, and all the zippers work. Even the main zipper works. One on this side here, so it has pocket zippers. It's all 100% polyester, and like I said, it's a 4X. So yeah, still a great find. All right, now moving on to some of the other stuff, the new stuff. Okay, so this little thing I looked up, and the ones I found similar to this, on Etsy and eBay, they were calling it spun glass. So I guess it's a technique where they, I guess they hand make it and they spin the glass or whatever. The little box just says made in China, has a barcode on it. I did Google Lens, all that stuff. I could not find nothing by that barcode. No, there's no other markings anywhere on it. No company or anything like that. I found, it's on this little mirror, so I was looking for stuff like this, and I found some other ones. Like I said, you can tell the box is pretty old because it has that, that look to it where it's kind of stained. But this is a basket. I could not find a basket like this, but I did see there's an angel one right here. You can see that was on Etsy, and they had it listed for $14.99. You can see here they have a like a bird bath kind of thing. That's also on Etsy. They had that one listed for $25, and these are similar, like made onto like the little mirror. This one here is an elephant. The elephant they're asking, this is also Etsy, $25 for that one. This one here is a grand piano. You can see that one also on Etsy. They're asking $29.99. Here's one, another bird one, but it just has like a heart with birds. $16.99 on Etsy, and they're all in kind of that same price range. On eBay, there were some similar ones. Same kind of story. So I'm thinking around $15 or $20 is what this is going to go for. I did not see the baskets, so maybe the basket one is rare. I'm not sure. It doesn't have any cracks or chips in it. It does have some little places where I guess when you're making it, that's just something when you're doing, like right here to me, that's like a little imperfection. But I think that was in the making process. That wasn't something that happened. I'm not sure if you see there, like it has that gold kind of rim on the side. I'm not sure if that gold went all the way up on this before, because there's one little piece right here. You can see if it'll zoom in, but there's not any of the rest of it. It does go around the rim, but like I said, not having a picture to be able to see the other ones, I don't know. It is adhered to this little glass mirror on the bottom, and then the glass mirror doesn't say anything. It's just blank on the bottom. But it's just a little figurine. Like I said, about $15 or $20 for that one. All right, moving on. This next item is in that little figurine, I had $1 into that figurine. I think that's the one that came from the thrift. It was like a vintage store. It wasn't like a Goodwill or anything. Kind of like an antique store. It was only $1, so I grabbed it. Now this next thing is one of the, you guys probably remember these. You don't really see these too much anymore, but one of the kind of older style digital cameras. I think this is from the early 2000s. Is what I remember seeing. I don't have the cord. I know a lot of those cords you can, even if it didn't come with this, you can, as long as it has the same input, the AC adapter or whatever, you can fit. That's the little, I don't know if you can see, but that's the hole right there that it goes in. But as far as I know, it works. I have not been able to test it because I don't have that cord. So I'm going to just list it as untested. You can see here, there's a bunch of them. These are all from eBay, and I saw several sold, and I saw not quite as many listed, but they're all kind of in this range. But you can see there's one for $17.99 sold, and then there's one all the way up to $39. The $39 had the box with it and all that stuff, and some of these other ones, I think, like this $17.99 probably didn't have the charger. I think that's what they're saying. I don't, because I looked around, I didn't see any battery compartment. I seen a compartment where you put like the SD card, but I didn't see any battery compartment. So I think it's just you have to have the cord to charge it. Maybe that's what they mean. This other one that said needs charger though said 25 on it, but then the one up top here, it has the camera only and it sold for $27.99. So I mean, good prices all the way around. So I think I'll be able to at least get, like I said, $20 somewhere, maybe 25, somewhere in that range for that. So this came from that auction lot, and I think it had either 50 or 75 cents when I broke everything down on that buy. So pretty good on that, and they sell pretty good. They're pretty popular. Happy with that. All right, now this little item here, it's what I saw online when I looked at it. the people who had it listed like this in this box was saying it's from the 1930s. I saw another one similar and it said 1950s. I'm not sure when this was made because nowhere on the box do they have a date, you know, like a manufacturing date or anything. It has I looked up that and it just brought up you know, the same ones I'd already seen. And this box looks a little different than the ones I've seen also because every one that I've seen says straight right here for the type of droppers they are, you know, which shows like in this picture right here, this one's straight. But these, the one I have, the ones I have in here are actually bent. So they went with this box. They weren't the straight kind. And there's really nothing else. Now somebody wrote on this, I'm not sure who did, but they put May 31st of 82 with some, I don't know what CT4D is, but so there's, you can see here, there's 3 here. Prices are kind of ranging. The one up top, $6.95, has 2 droppers in it. It originally came with 12. It says on the top here, 1 dozen. This other one below at $10.95, I believe that one had 4 or 5 droppers, something like that. And then this one for 15 right here, I think it said it had 10 in the box. Yeah, right here it says 10. So in that one, they're charging 15. When I opened this up, you know, when I was looking at it before I started researching it, I opened it up and I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like stoppers, you know, droppers or whatever. That looks like syringes. And they are. They're older. I mean, you can see they're even like discolored. They're still in these little plastic containers. This one, the plastic container is not broken, like it's not open. And it still has like the little cap that goes on the end and everything. They're 10 milliliter and they say monoject right here, the company. And it also says monodose TM, oral medication only. The ones I saw online, everyone that I saw had, I think it was either monodose or monojet, but it was written right here. And these 3 words were like right here by it. I didn't see any with this layout, so I'm not sure. I could not find my exact one. But there's 2. Now this one does not have the little stopper and it is open. You can see like there's a hole on this side right here where somebody, I guess somebody took it out or something. They lost that stopper. This end here is open too. But so I'm just going to sell all these together. And then there's the stoppers. I have 7 of them inside. This is what they look like. See, these are bent on the end. And it has like the little squeezer at the top where you draw in the liquid. So it has 7 droppers in there, not original 12, but it does have the 2 syringes. And like I said, I looked at both Etsy and eBay to see what they had. And this one here sold for $8.99. It says 2 droppers. It has the box. Now you see there it says straight. All of them I saw said straight. Mine's the only one that said bent. And you can see here, here's a syringe, sort of like mine. Like I said, they all kind of look different than mine. They have the, I don't know if you can tell, but it has that monojet, or I might even say monodose, I'm not sure, up here about where you draw in the liquid and on that end of it. And then it has the, you know, the writing right there by it. It doesn't have it down here where mine did towards the other side. But this one was just a syringe and they were asking $7.49 each for those. I saw this other one. This was an eBay one and it was sold. And I know they have 2 pictured here, but it said on the, if I'm not mistaken, when I read the description, it was a sold listing. So I was just looking up like the original listing and it said for 1. So I think he was just selling $5.99 a piece. And here's another one from Etsy, and it's not the same. It is 10 milliliter like mine, but it doesn't have, you know, probably not the same company. And they had that one listed for $10.50. Here's another Etsy, different maker, just a box of, I'm not sure how many's in there. It doesn't show, but they wanted $40 for that old box and those. So what I'm thinking is maybe the syringes are probably like, I don't know, $4 or $5 a piece. And I have 2 of those. And the prices from what I'm seeing with the box, and like I said, I have 7. I'm thinking probably like, I don't know, $15 to $20. So altogether, I'm just going to list it for 30. And like I said, you get 2 syringes and 7 droppers. And hopefully that'll do well because like I said, they had some listed and they had some sold. But we'll just see. And like I said, I may, you know, take offers on that depending on how close the people want to come. This little thing right here is, these are called bangle bracelets, and I saw several different ones, and I'm not sure if they're actually called like bangle cuff or just bangle, but they open from the side right here. That's how you clip them on your wrist. This one is not magnetic. I tested it. The clasp right here, or the hinge, is magnetic. Like when you run the magnet around, right when it gets here, it sticks real hard. But all the rest of it is not. So I'm not sure if that's like a sterling silver. I didn't find any markings on the inside or anywhere. It has this kind of pattern here where it has, you know, has the lines, but also it has, on this side, it's just the lines. This side has kind of like a, I don't know what you'd call that, like a ribbon pattern running up and down. And what I saw, I mean, it's vintage. I don't know, probably from the 80s, something like that. And the ones I saw that were similar, they were going for about $20. So I'm probably going to list that for somewhere around $15 or $20, especially because I couldn't find one. There are, you know, sold items. Like I said, they're all just similar. They're not the same type of bracelet. So something like that, $10, $15, $20, something like that. Pretty good find though. That, oh, the syringes, they came from the auction lot. I had 50 cents into those. I think that's everything so far that I've covered. That little bracelet right there was also part of the auction lot, and it was on that buy, it was $1 I had into that bracelet. So, okay, this next item, this is a little pendant. You can, I guess it's for a necklace, or you can probably put it on a bracelet or whatever you wanted. But I looked them up online, and I could not find this exact one. The description, I don't know if you can read it. It's really small. Probably not. I'm not going to be able to get it to zoom into that small. But on the back side of this little part that clips, or you know, you run your necklace through, I guess it's called a clasp. It says BBJ 925. So I looked that up, and it's an Indian company, Bangkok something, and it's, you know, that's their mark or whatever, and it's sterling silver, you know, 0.925. The ones I saw from that company and that were similar to this, the prices were all over the place. But I even saw there was like a on Reddit or something, somebody had asked a question about these, and they were saying that the vintage jewelry from this company, like BBJ company, can go, you know, anywhere from $90 to like $150, something like that. I don't know. I didn't see, like I said, that were sold similar to this. This is just a little small pendant. But the prices I did see for the similar ones were about 30 to 40. There were a couple more that were more expensive, and a couple more that were less expensive. So I haven't decided exactly, but I'm thinking about $30 or $40. It came from the auction lot, and I only have $1 into it. So I'm thinking even at the 30, you know, that's kind of the lowest, or one of the lowest that I saw. That's still pretty good. So I wish I knew more about it and exactly where it came from and all that. Or, you know, I know who made it, but, you know, more about it, so I knew exactly what its value was or what it's worth, or whatever. But it's just a sterling silver little pendant with a blue stone in the middle, and, you know, this little cross right here. All right, this next item, this is a cologne decanter, I guess you call it. I guess you pour your cologne in there, and it doesn't have like a spray. It just has this little cork, glass. All of it's glass, and I guess you just kind of dab your finger, turn it over, and dab some on your neck, or wherever. I didn't. It doesn't have a maker. It doesn't have anything like that. So I had to just look up ones that I found that were similar. And you can see this one here, perfume decanter, floral design. So it's the exact one I have. Looks exactly like it. Somebody had it listed for $13.50, around that $13-14 range. I'll probably price mine around that same thing, $12.99 or something like that, in that range. Okay, this next item, this is a little Christmas themed plate. It has the poinsettias on it. You know, it has a gold rim in the middle, gold rim on the outside. No chips or cracks in it. Doesn't have a maker, and doesn't, you know, say who made it. And it comes with a glass. I saw some that had, like, you know, multiple sets, like, you know, 4 cups and 4. There were some like mine, and there were some similar, but the cup matches. It has the poinsettias all the way around, nothing on it as far as the writing or anything. So he made it. But I just have the one set here. Somebody could use this at Christmas time, you know, make you some hot chocolate or something, or you could just set it up as a display somewhere in your home around Christmas time. But there's one here you can see. This was from I believe this was an Etsy listing of similar, just one like mine, and they had it listed for 18. Here's another one. They had this one listed for $9.59. It's just one, just like mine. Now there's 3 listings, and you can see the price ranges. And this is just for one. There's everywhere from $13.95 all the way up to $19.99. So these were just the ones that I saw that were listed. I did see one sold here. Somebody took a best offer. They had it at $13.99, and I'm not sure exactly what they paid for it, but looks the same as the one I have, just like those other ones. Here's one I saw on Etsy that has 4 similar. Again, not the same that I have, but just to kind of give me a ballpark of what they go for. They have 4 listed for $73.82. So, if you break down that and do the math, you're looking at what? A little bit over, what would that be? 32. Man, I'm trying to do math in my head right at the spot. That would be like $17, $18 a piece, something like that, for one set, if you broke it down. I believe that's right. I'm thinking I'm probably going to stick to that around $15 mark, maybe a little bit less. I may start it at 15, so like I said, accept an offer or something like that. But it's just one glass and one plate, so you don't have like a full set where everybody can enjoy it at once. It's just for a single person, or like I said, if you wanted to just put it up in your house for decorations. All right, this next item, from what I saw, the listings I saw on eBay, you can see right here, there's 3 of them listed, $20 all the way up to $30. They're calling this like a recycled glass. It's shaped like a flower, petals coming out. The one on the bottom for 30 is a little bit different, but you can see the other 2, the $20 one and the $29 one. They're the same as mine. It has the same kind of look to them, and they're vintage. Obviously, I don't know. It says made in Spain right here on these, so I'm assuming this one is also from Spain. Here's a blue one that sold in July, and the blue one sold for $6. I'm not sure if the green ones are more desirable, maybe for this time of year, or but the other people had theirs listed higher than that, so maybe the blue one's not quite as rare, or I'm not sure what the factor is that's causing those to be people asking more for those. And here's another one. And this is on Etsy, but again, you can look at this one. This one's kind of way different, but it does say recycled glass, so it was like kind of like something similar. Somebody has that listed for $17.94. Here's another one on Etsy, and it's like I said, a little different, but it kind of had that same theme, look to it. They wanted 42. This one may just be like some crazy expensive one from a different company or something. I'm not sure. So I'm thinking for mine, based on prices that people are asking, plus the, kind of the $6 one that sold, even though it's a different color, I'm probably going to land somewhere in the middle, 15 to probably $20, something like that. This one came from a garage sale. I think I paid $1.50 for that, if I'm not mistaken. It was $1, $1.50, something like that. So not bad. I can make some kind of little profit on that. Okay, this next item is a Japanese, it says handmade teapot. I did see this exact one that had glasses with it, and I think they had it for like 30 something dollars. I don't have the comp there to show you. I didn't make that one, but I only had the pot. I don't have the cup, so I was kind of looking more, okay, well, what can I get for just the pot? It does have, you can see inside right there, I don't know if y'all can see that, that orange, I don't know what that is. I may try to see if I can get that clean, some kind of staining or something. It doesn't have any chips or cracks on it. It has this little handle that's, I guess, some kind of woven material they use to make that. The pot itself, like I said, it's in good condition. There's no chips or cracks anywhere on it. It doesn't have a maker, but like I said, all the rest of them that I saw, it says it was Japanese. So I'm assuming this one also is Japanese. And it has the little lid here. It has like a little thing here, I guess, where it locks it in. You slide it like that, and then it just sits on top like that. So being that I just have the pot, and seeing that one that actually sold, I think it was for 30, I'm probably going to do this one at like 15 or 20. It's just a Japanese teapot. It may be something that somebody wants to display anyway and not use to actually make tea in it or anything like that. So, but I got this from the auction lot, and that was $1. So hopefully I can get something out of that makes a profit for me. Okay, this next item, this is the sticker on it. I don't know if you can see that. It says, it's kind of torn off, Royal Ruby anchor glass. I did actually see listings for this. I saw some that were listed on eBay. You can see here like 22, and they're about 6.5 inches tall. So like when I measured mine, it was like 6.25, which you can see them on the bottom. I think the person probably had the 6.5, probably was the same. They just went ahead and rounded it up to 6.5, but it's somewhere in that 6.25, 6.5 inches tall. Looks like the same one I have has the three, lines on it right here, and it's just a vintage vase. They're asking $14.99 on the one on the bottom, and the other person's asking $22 for theirs. I'm not sure if the other person on top has some kind of box or some kind of something with it showing where it comes from. I don't see the sticker on either one of them. And then these here, you can see I saw two sold listings. One in the middle is a different kind of vase. It's somewhat similar but different. But you can see the one on top here, they sold for 14, and the other one at the bottom they sold it for $15.99. So around that $14-15 range, and that's kind of what I saw. And on Etsy they were about the same, listed in that same price range. I think I might have saw one for like $10, something like that listed, but $10 to $15. So I may play around with that range, start maybe 15, and then accept offers to down to 12 or 10, something like that. But not really expensive. I only have 50 cents into this. It came from the auction lot, so $10-15, something like that, for a 50 cents item is not terrible. And that does it for today's items. So this spoiler I got for free. I didn't spend any money on it, and I'm gonna break it down, take it apart. The motor's locked up in it. It's one of the pull start motors, and I don't think it's worth fixing. I would spend more in parts, I think, to get it running than it's worth. So, but I know there's some things on it that, parts and stuff that are still good that I think I could probably sell online. So what do you guys think? Is this something you'd be interested in watching me do? If I make some videos like of me taking stuff off of it, tearing it down, I'm gonna scrap all the metal stuff off of it that's not good. I have a bunch of other stuff that I've been kind of getting together to take to the scrapyard. Kind of playing with the idea of scrapping too for extra money. I'm going to take it pretty much all the way apart as much as I can, and just resell anything that has value. Like I'll look up parts as I get them off, and if they're still good parts, then I'll actually get online and see if I can find out how much they're going for, and if it's worth it for me to put them online to sell. But this is it. It's an odor puller. It's just been sitting here under the garage, and like I said, it would take a lot to get it running. But yeah, I'm just curious if you guys would be interested in seeing that. So drop me a comment and let me know. Is that something you think would be cool? Or if you guys not interested in seeing that, maybe just as I get stuff off of it, what I'm getting off of it and what I'm going to be able to resell. So just let me know if you think that would be something fun to watch. Okay, the shout out for today. Today I'm going to shout out one of my new subscribers. She's very sweet. She actually gave me, a comment on my last video, gave me some advice. Just really nice, and she actually shouted me out on her last video that I saw. So I told her I'd reciprocate, and that's what I'm doing. I know she has quite a few more subscribers than I do. She's, over 2,000, but great video. She's got like 392 videos you can see here. I believe she said she was in New York. I'm not sure what part of New York. I really didn't catch the city. I think it's like, more of a rural area of New York, or close to New York, somewhere in that area where she resells. But she'll do vlogs from her car. Really, really cool videos. I like just watching them, and she has some good advice, and she kind of lays out her business and how she does things, and just gives you her 2 cents on stuff. And she's been doing it for a while, so she knows what she's talking about. So if you guys are not already subscribed to her, if you don't already know about her, go check out her channel, subscribe, like her videos, show her some love. She's awesome. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions on anything, drop them in the comments. Let me know about the four-wheeler. If you want to see me just, take that apart, disassemble that for whatever parts that I'm able to, I'm going to research and everything, what the lights, fenders, stuff like that. Maybe some of the, I think the shocks and springs in there may be salvageable, something like that. Just whatever I can find on it. But let me know if it's something you'd be interested in watching. If I make a little video series about that on days when I go out there and mess with that, or would you just like to see, later on what I took off and what what it's going for and stuff like that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. I think that's about it. And I'll see y'all later. Hope everybody has a great day out there and sell a bunch of stuff.